Hey, folks, welcome to another edition of What's Going On The Experience here on Fox Sports 1280 and iHeartMedia. And I'm in the studio with my crew, my mans in them, as we say from the SB. And this is Nate Brown Jr. And I got my man Ryan V downstate on the island all by his damn self.
That's what it feels like. That is exactly what it feels like. All by myself, the only Clippers fan in New York. But you know what?
All
What a game.
by
What a
his-
night. Unbelievable.
And then we got our
Yeah,
guy Greg Vaughn, Mr. 355 Silver Slugger, San Diego Padre Brewer. My Mets blanked y'all last 5-0 the other night. That was good. You done lost 10 in a row. That was good. So what up, Mr. 355?
Hey, you know what? I never heard Nate so happy. The Knicks won last night. He got his Knicks hat on right now. You know, it's just a matter of time. After the Knicks, he's going to go back to being a Jets fan. Then it'll be depressed again. So
Yeah, I'll be depressed.
and he's an
That's
amazing.
right.
He likes the amazings.
Come
But look who
on,
I'm playing.
man.
Look who they paired me with today after they win. Look at this shit. Like Yankees. Wait,
Do you have a tattoo of the Yankees on?
I got iced out. It's all about the Yankees.
And then you want to see the best speed skater of all time, Bonnie Blair, right there. Say hi, Bonnie.
Boy.
See, but Bonnie Blair, right there, best female speed skater of all time. All time.
That's what's up, Greg. So you out there with the crew.
Yeah, they got me with these New Yorkers, man. I don't know what type of music he playing though. He might not be really from New York, man. You want to hear his
Well,
music?
certainly not Milwaukee music. Let's see.
I feel like he might be in Epstein files. I don't know, man.
Billionaires Row.
Greg
Wow.
is having a blast.
He might be in the files, man. I don't
in
know.
Milwaukee, man. So Greg, you getting ready to tee off?
Yep. Get ready to tee off.
Okay, all right. So how much time
What a
you got
day
for
there in
us,
Milwaukee.
man? Because it's a beautiful day out there.
I will. You know, I love you guys, man. And I'll probably check back in a couple holes and let you know if these New Yorkers can really do it.
We appreciate the calling, man. We appreciate the appearance. He never doesn't show up.
You know what? They talked apart. We'll see what happens right here. We'll see.
Well, I ain't
Stay
talking to
tuned.
Paul because when we go to Nova Scotia, I'm just gonna let you do you, player. Okay.
Okay, for sure. I got you, Nate. We're good.
See
All right,
you in a
fella.
bit, man.
See you.
Hey,
And there
see,
he
that's
is.
how we do
The
it,
great
man.
Greg
We're
Vaughn.
reporting on the golf course with Greg Vaughn playing in the Vince Lombardi Open. And the thing about what's going on, which I really enjoy, Ryan, I want to say thank you for that, is having Greg on our show as he travels around the country, as he plays golf, as he speaks to young people, as he speaks to the young MLB players, encouraging them. He's just a great guy to be in the mix. And I want to say thank you for having him, join the show, as well as, having Ray on the show, our NFL analyst, who will be back with us. Speaking of academia, he is studying for the bar exam in California. And the bar exam ain't no joke. Donald Trump, you cannot buy a law degree. So you got to go get that the real way. You can't get it in the mail. You got to go get the law degree the real way. So speaking of degrees, man, it's like before I get to the Knicks, and I want to do that, I'm going to talk about some baseball. Excuse me. The National League Central. Ryan, pull those guys up because the Pittsburgh Pirates, we are family 21st century. They are playing outstanding baseball, Ryan. The whole division is separated by a half a game, a half of this game. Am I right or wrong? The Pirates are in second place. When was the last time the Pirates was in second place?
It's been some time. And the Cardinals have had a nice little bounce back, too. In
And
light
the
of
Cubs
losing,
lost,
as we
and the
saw him
Cubs been
smack the
losing.
Yanks last night, Sonny Gray. Yeah, I mean, look, and they lost old Arenado. They've lost some guys, the Cardinals. The Cubs bouncing back. They had a bit of a collapse, but in the beginning, they were on fire, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the NL Central is looking pretty strong. There's not a team under
division,
500
man.
right now. Even the Reds. I know Ellie De La Cruz seems to be a little hurt. But we do have at the top of the division the Milwaukee Brewers. Speaking of Greg, who's out in Milwaukee playing right now.
Exactly.
And that's the team that people should be talking more about because now they have a certified ace They've got a guy that like probably the best starting pitcher that can take it up to 103 in baseball, getting better and better every single time. So and it is a overall great team. They've got Contreras, Terang, a veteran like Yelich. Now that they don't, they've got the DH and the NL. Yelich is still able to be effective over there.
Yeah, to get some runs.
Serious division. And like I was mentioning earlier,
but give me the update on the Pirates because Paul Skeens, we know he's pitching good, but they got some young dudes and they got brothers. And I have to say this, I got to keep it a buck because baseball has been void of black men. Now, I ain't talking about my Chocolato Latino brothers because you're all a chocolate. So I'm talking American-born brothers who play baseball. You're seeing more and more of them into the league now, and I think the Pirates got a few.
Yeah, they do. And you know what? Historically speaking, they always have.
Thank you.
Right? It's always been a team that supports black players or just any type of non-white player, right? From the great Roberto Clemente to Barry Bonds. And now I imagine who you're referring to is O'Neal Cruz.
What?
They had McCutchen over there for a long time. Andrew McCutchen.
Like I said, the Pirates got this kid in the outfield too. I forget his name, but the Pittsburgh is, don't be surprised if they come out of that division. I know Milwaukee. Don't get me wrong, but for some reason, I'm rooting for the Pirates. They picked up
Ozuna, right? Ozuna's a veteran bat. They picked up over there. They've got a bunch of guys over there, and they've got some great guys in the farm that are going to come to back Skeens up too. They have a guy that's over there right now. His name's slipping me. But he's they say he's almost as good as Paul Skeens, and he's coming up. This is Rodriguez, if I remember correct.
Okay, but like I said, the Pirates are playing really good ball. And like,
but they have to, Nate. They have to. Their owner's always under the gun. Do you remember last year how they were booing the owner? I mean, we give them the roses right now for having some black players, but for the most part, these guys don't spend money, and they're literally a farm team
spend money
for everybody else, and they lose all these amazing pitchers. They're usually the Yankees farm team. Eventually, we're going to get there. I'm sure we're going to eventually get
to the Yankees farm team. Okay.
I thought Brian Reynolds for sure was going to be a Yankee. I still think that Skeens at some point is going to be a Yankee. So, yeah, keep it up, Pittsburgh. We're rooting for you.
You're rooting for you. Okay, so how are the Brewers? Because the Brewers are one, right? They're number one in the division.
Brewers are number one in the division. Although losing Freddie Peralta, they just have an overall they're just a solid team. Right. They play good baseball. They don't necessarily need home run hitters. It's that style of play, like the Marlins. The Brewers are one of the first teams to really do that. And somehow
they play small
maybe
ball.
It wasn't their GM. They built this roster without spending money, and even losing the guy that was kind of like the captain that did it all to the New York Mets. And he hasn't had the same luck with the New York Mets.
Who's that?
So the Mets GM, David Stearns.
Oh, Stern, yeah.
He was from Milwaukee, and
he's messing up.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I do think that the Brewers are looking good. Jake Bauers, a guy that I guess kind of goes to the Brewers quite often. He was with the Yankees for a little bit. He's been playing hero. It's a solid baseball team. But the question, like always with the Brewers, do they have enough?
Yeah, to get to the finish line,
to the World Series? And it never seems like they have enough. They've got a great, solid team in the regular season, but in the postseason, I mean, losing Peralta, that to me is he's part of any 1-2 punch for any team that he goes to. I know that he once again isn't able to make past 5-6 innings with the Mets, but he progressed every single year leading up to this year, and as we know, playing with New York is just a little bit different.
Yeah, it is. Hey, okay, so who else we got in that division?
Well, there's the Reds, who are at the bottom of the division, but at one point we're probably most on fire.
Yeah. And you got the Pirates,
and
you got
the Cardinals.
Milwaukee, and the Cardinals. Okay.
And the Cardinals have a solid team too. Jordan Walker finally coming into his own, who was one of the top picks in the draft years ago.
Yep.
And now it's like the burners around. I believe the end of last year he started kind of breaking out, and now it looks like if he can maintain this, he'll be a regular 30 home run hitter.
Okay.
His swing is nasty. He's a big boy. He's nice.
So check this out. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to find out. The Padres lost 10 games. I wouldn't have thought the Padres would lose 10. That's a Mets move. Okay. The Padres losing in 10 in a row. And the last one they lost to the Mets 5-zip last night. And this new pitcher the Mets got, Christian, if I forget his name, he pitched a solid 6 innings. So when we come back, we're going to break down what is going on with the Padres and your boy for the Dodgers, Freddie, what's his name? Freddie Freeman? Walk off.
Yep.
Walk off. We'll be right back. Hey, folks, welcome back to What's Going On, The Experience here on Fox Sports 1280. And my man Ryan V is down in NYC, and I'm Nate Brown Jr. here in Rochester. And we got Greg Vaughn on the golf course in Milwaukee at the Vince Lombardi annual golf tournament, and he is out there doing his thing. And we got Dicky coming on at 12 to do some Knicks for us. Am I right, Ryan?
That's right. The great Dicky Braggs will be joining us to talk some New York Knicks. I'm sure you two are very happy today.
Well, we'll talk about
barely making it, by the way. A string of lucky events, but we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that when Dicky gets here. But speaking of unlucky events, your Stinkies, man. I don't know. Aaron Judge, he's got a rib issue?
So he's not dealing with a simple rib issue, Nate.
Right. Okay.
This is a stress fracture.
In his ribs?
The first rib on his right side. And the Yanks, you've seen it. I mean, he has not been hitting the same this year. I believe he's got 1 home run over the last 100.
Why don't they just shut Aaron Judd down for a healing? I'm serious.
It looks like that's what they're going to do.
Why don't you?
That's exactly what they're going to do.
He's your billion-dollar man. Don't mess him up. Don't do it to him.
And this is where the John Carlos signing for so long kind of does hurt us, because you should be playing DH. You shouldn't have been in the outfield at all. If you ask me, I don't think you should even be playing in the outfield, because his bat is so valuable. We literally can't win. Well, I guess this is a better team than 2023, but we see what happens without him when he does get hurt. They just can't win. Last time this happened, where we faced such an extensive injury, the second best player was Gleyber Torres. We're in way better shape than we were.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could just see last night against the Red Sox how stagnant it was, and just the difference it makes having the captain out there.
But the thing
is,
about the Yankees
being a leader,
but their pitching, they still got the pitching edge a little bit. So that starting pitching in the bullpen could help. But as you said before, right, John Carlos Stanton, I don't know why they signed him. He plays every other year. He's the only guy that I know
what's going to happen.
That he plays every other year. He don't play all year. I played the teen years. Okay, 18.
You know what? And that's for a guy that's that old and still that effective with a baseball bat. That's okay. We knew we were going to get. The window to have him lead a championship Yankee team has closed, but he can still be worth at least some of that contract. And they kind of got to look at Judge the same way and not put him out there so much so he can get injured running into walls, because he plays hard, and that's what he's going to do. And that's what happened last time, and that's what happened now.
Well, so do you think the Yankees will shut him down for the rest of the season, let that brother heal, and then let the chips fall where they may in terms of them making that run? Because all you got to do is just get in the damn tournament. Once you get in the tournament, you never know. So if the Yankees could get the wild card or whatever the case may be, you never know. But they got to get some more bats. Their bats got, because your boy Corey Bellinger, he's the guy now, right?
I'd say, Ben Rice is now our number 2 best hitter on the Yankees. And Ben Rice has done an amazing job stepping up. I believe he hit his 18th home run against the Red Sox.
Okay.
Just the other day. And then I'd say Bellinger. Look, we're in way better shape than we were in 2023. But we need Aaron Judge out there come the postseason. It's not like the Braves winning the whole thing without Acuna. We need the captain out there. And I know he doesn't always show up in the postseason, but just him being there on the field, I feel like it just brings a different energy to the Yankees. And not to talk trash about Soto and other guys that have these huge paychecks, but they don't bring that same kind of leadership that Judge brings just by being out there. He holds guys accountable, and it's just a different feeling having the captain out there in the field. Okay, so I do think that they're going to let him at least rest till hopefully August, so he can really heal. Because these are, when you're a big guy and you have those rib injuries,
and those rib injuries have to heal by itself. There's nothing else. That's just rest, and you can't be stretching and doing. That's just rest, because that's muscle tissue, and you have to get that, and it's bruised. So you really got to get this. But speaking of leadership skills, I want to transition to the Mets. So they played the Padres the other night. They beat them 5-0. But let me tell you about the difference between, like you just said, Juan Soto and the captain. Juan Soto hits a ground ball to second base. The second baseman is messing up, fiddling with the ball. Do you know Juan Soto? You know how you get out the box and you run? What you tell Teddy? You tell Ted Thomas, when you get out that box, run as fast as you can. They might even drop the ball. That's what the dude does. He gets out the box. He's jogging, but he looks up from the jog and sees the second baseman can't get the ball good. So now he starts to run, and they get him out by a hair. So the announcer said, see, if he would have ran out of the box from the gate, he would have definitely beat that out. That's the difference between Juan Soto. Juan Soto, to me, as great as a player as he is, his attitude towards the game is not one that is breathtaking. I hope that's a good word in the description. He doesn't play with gusto all the time. He takes his feet off the game. That's why I like Lindor. Lindor would have ran that bad boy out. Hey,
that's a good point.
Marte would have ran that out. See, when you're supposed to be a alleged team leader, you do what the team needs you to do, even when it's running out of routine ground ball. Routine ground ball. Because at the end of the day, the second baseman, the third baseman, they can make an error. That's baseball 101. Everybody tells when I played Little League, or attempted to play Little League because I was scared. That's why I played softball. Ball was a little better. They lobbed it to you. Okay, I was good at softball. Baseball, a little tardy. But at the end of the day, the number one thing the coaches tell you, Ryan, and you got your sons playing T-ball. What do they say? Run through the bases on first base.
Hustle.
Run through the base. Hustle the first base. So Ron Soto, he hits and he hits and everything.
He doesn't want to be there, Nate. He just doesn't want to be there. I'm sorry, man. But you could see it when he played with the Yankees. That was never an issue.
Yes, it was.
Of course it does.
Dude,
he wasn't like that with the Yanks.
He wasn't running.
He was running it out with the Yankees.
All the time.
It was a contract year, and he was running out routine ground balls, and he was playing extra hard. And he was actually, there were some bloopers in the outfield, but not the same way. I know it's a lot easier to play right field in Yankee Stadium. Nate, I'm sorry, but your captain, or whatever you want to call him, your pseudo captain, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there. And honestly, the time to trade Juan Soto is now, not in 5 years.
Who you gonna get
when his contract's declining?
Who I'm gonna get for him?
I'm sure they can get. The whole farm system for some
no. I don't want. Give me somebody with an attitude that I can work with. That I don't need. I mean, that could come through in the clutch because he be striking out, getting on my nerves. So give me somebody that could replace. Give me another MLB. That's what I'm saying.
There's not one person that's going to be able to replace him.
That's why the Mets going to keep him.
And it's just another Metsian, whatever you call it, type of move to sign him. And at first I was so upset that Juan Soto left to the Mets, but man, I tell you, it gets easier and easier every single day. Because you know who's wearing number 22 on the Yankees right now? Ben Rice.
I knew he was going to say that. Hey, we're gonna take another quick break, and when we come back, I have some solace in knowing that Dicky will be in the building. Okay, now I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The fat lady ain't singing yet. But
it's not over yet. As we saw, 12-0 run at the end.
No, I'm telling you.
Sloppy turnover.
Listen. It ain't over.
I don't know. The Knicks magic wasn't looking as magical last night.
It ain't over yet. So let's get Dickie V up in here. We'll talk about that aspect. We also got to talk about Myles Garrett getting traded to the Rams.
Huge.
And Aaron Donaldson thinking about coming out of retirement.
Now, that part I'm not as excited about because I don't know. Look, we all love Aaron. But
listen, I don't care. Aaron Donald at 70% with Myles Garrett on the defense. I'll take that all day, every day. And I told y'all, I don't want Giannis. We'll be right back. What's going on in the experience? Stop trying to give me Giannis. I don't want him. Big Cat all day, every day. Be right back. Folks, welcome back to What's Going On in the Experience here on Fox Sports 1280. And I'm your host, Nate Brown Jr. And we got the other host, Ryan V, down in NYC on the island all by himself. And I'm so glad because we got my man, Dickie V. He's in the building, as you can see. And even though you get on that fake-ass Yankee, the The only time that Mets and Yankee fans make an attempt to come together is when the Knicks are playing. And I believe that. That's why I said, Ryan, you're on the island by yourself. You're the only person probably who's a Yankee fan that's not merged into the Knicks, into the Yankee Met family, Dicky, rooting for the Knicks. Welcome, my brother.
We'll accept all bandwagon joiners for the next week, but after that, you're cut off.
No, thank you. No, thank you, because I'm still not sold yet, Dicky Braggs.
To being a Knicks fan.
Now, Dicky,
no way.
The cool part
not now,
about,
not ever.
I was telling Ryan, right? Now, I'm not too hyped and crazy enough to understand how basketball works. So the fat lady may be in the building at the Garden tomorrow, tomorrow night, Monday. But I don't know if she'll be warming up to after the game, because she can't warm up in the second game in any quarter. As Mikal Bridges said, it's 0-0. I love his attitude. Dicky, tell me about that Mikal Bridges attitude.
So I think the whole team shares it, and I think you saw it as really indicative after the game 1 win, right? They won by 10, but it was a close game. They had a comeback in the third quarter, like they've been showing that they could do in the playoffs. But when they were walking off the court, the demeanor, there was no celebration. They were all stone-faced. They all saying the right things. The job's not done. So as much as like this 2-0 is huge, steal 2 games away and come home to the greatest arena in sports, I don't think they're taking it for granted at all. And I think that they're taking a very professional approach to it, knowing the job's not done. So they're not going to ride high going into game 3. Mikal has obviously set the tone. He's worth the 5 picks now. The way he's playing, dropped 20 points in game 2 and shot the ball really, really well. So I think the entire team has a business-like approach to it and knows that there's still work to do.
So, Ryan, what's your take on the MVP of this tournament so far? The Big Cat. No, I didn't say Jalen Brunson. I said the Big Cat. Because I believe he is, if they win this tournament, he is the MVP in my eyes. What do you think, Rye Guy?
Oh, yeah, it's not even close. Cat has been outplaying Brunson for sure. Brunson didn't really have that great a game. He's had some moments. He's clutch as always. The game 1, he had an amazing fourth quarter. But it's not like, Jalen Brunson's completely dominating. We got to see De'Aaron Fox finally bite back. The Fox bit back a little bit last night. Yeah. And guys, it's not over because we're going to the Garden. And what is the Garden known for? People going there to wipe the floor with the Knicks' asses. That's what the Garden's known for. It's known for the most legendary player on the court to step up and wipe the floor with orange and blue jerseys. And I don't think it's over just yet. Wembenyama is very upset. He's a very emotional Frenchman after that turnover at the end of the game. And he's going to come out swinging. Dylan Harper, we're getting to see Dylan Harper not even touch that ceiling yet. But my man's looking really good. That 12-0 run was a Dylan Harper-fueled run. And I said that, keep your eyes on Dylan Harper, everybody. It ain't over yet.
Okay, I'm going to throw it back to you. I'm going to throw it. Wait, Ryan, hold on. One
sec.
Okay. Go ahead, because I'm going to throw it to Dicky.
I want to say, because the best point that he made was the attitude that the Knicks have is the only thing to me that worries me as a lifelong Knick hater. Ever since they won that silly, irrelevant championship, whatever you call this midseason tournament thing, they didn't celebrate, they didn't hang the banners, and they seem to be pretty set on a mission. And you can see it in all their faces, just like Dicky Braggs said. At the end of the game, nobody's celebrating. But you know what? I think those Spurs learn fast. Wemby is only 22 years old, and he picks up the game very, very fast. So just like other legends of old, especially 7-foot legends that make it this far of old, he could surprise us all in game 3. It's like the great Yogi Berra said with that Grateful Dead Knicks hat or Yankees hat you got there, Dicky Braggs. It ain't over till it's over, baby. Not just yet.
Dicky B, I'm gonna go back to you and then I'm gonna chime in because he had some mushrooms this morning. So I'm gonna go to you and then
So I agree with some of what you're saying. I think the Spurs are young. Though. I think this is truly like the Knicks window this year because the Spurs are coming and they're going to be there for a long time after this. So this could be a good learning experience. I don't think the series is over. I picked from the beginning. I said Knicks in 6. I think it might be Knicks in 5. You got to be really careful, kind of like the Cleveland series. Mm-hmm. When that game 3 starts, if they get hot, because the Knicks have not shot the ball well yet.
Thank you for that. That was my comment.
Mikal shot the ball well. Cat shot the ball well in game 2. Shamet shot the ball well, but like Jalen hasn't been shooting the ball
Deuce
well.
didn't shoot
OG
it well.
really hasn't got his offense going yet. You have 6 guys on any given night to give you 25. So you get 2 or 3 of them rolling, it's going to be a long night. And sometimes these losses like this they snatch the soul from the opposing team. So if they come out in game 3 and they come out a little bit flat and the guard, and you could say, yes, regular season, you'll see a lot of LeBron jerseys. You'll see them celebrating the best player on the court, but it won't be like that in the playoffs. It's going to be a sea of orange and blue in the entire city, the watch parties all over the city, and it's going to be rocking. And you got to take that punch because it's going to come. And if you can handle that punch and punch back, then it's going to be a long series. But if they get swept up in the moment, I mean, you might have to get the broom out of the closet.
So check this out. So here's the deal, right? What you just said, because I want to piggyback on this, right? The way the Knicks are playing, they're playing very businesslike. First of all, when they even won the Eastern Conference Championship, there was no celebration. They took the trophy. Brunson got the little MVP. They bounced. They didn't say nothing. They wasn't getting on. We want that like the Spurs. The Spurs just having a good ass time. We're there. So the Knicks are very methodical. Also, I will say this. This is a different Knicks team, Ryan. So I'm have to beg to differ with your comments about people mopping the floor. Those were scrubby ass Knicks teams. Scrubby Knicks.
Were those 90s Knicks scrubby teams getting mopped by Jordan?
Stop it.
They were
scrubby teams, right? And they ran into the buzzsaws and Michael Jordan. Even Charles
LeBron. They run into everybody. And this year they might run into Wemby.
They didn't have no team. The Knicks, and Dicky B can tell you, this is the real first Knicks team outside of last year that looked like they a Knicks team. The rest of them, the Knicks always put together they will patch together a team and send them out.
That's what I'm saying. This is the first non-Knicks team.
So what I'm saying to you is this. This is the first time since I've been 17 years old, and that's when the Knicks won the last championship, that had a team of guys like this who are ride or die. They ain't there for the money. They there to make this happen. They got their lunch pails. They're not smiling at you. They don't want to be your friend. They just want to win. And this attitude is the New York Montage attitude. Like, yo, I don't give a F about you. We're going to take your heart. And as Dickie B said, if they come out in that first quarter, because I'm going to tell you, the Knicks ain't played no real good game yet. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, they 2-0. It's a shaky ass 2-0. Because San Antonio ain't play good. Look, let's just be honest. I love the Knicks, but that's the other game. They lucked up on that one. And if they hadn't went to the monitor, Vicky, if they hadn't went to the monitor and saw my man fouling OG, Knicks wasn't gonna win that game. If he hadn't went to the monitor,
there were some few home cook calls in that game.
There were some home cooks for San Antonio.
Mitchell Robinson technical should have been a double technical, if anything. If anything, not a
the cat one was ridiculous. You didn't call it. You called cat for. I'm like, come on, man. They were the
backcourt violation. That wasn't a backcourt violation.
Come on, man.
There was definitely some calls.
I think the 4-point play where he touched the guy's hair. Kenny going, damn, I never got that play because I had no hair. So I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
So they kept saying it. So yeah, they had that 14-0 run. I ain't gonna take it away from them because the Knicks looked flat. They thought they had them young boys. Dickie, tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely the moment it started to feel like the momentum was switching, they went on that run. Dylan Harper, especially, he's going to be a special player. I mean, it already looks like he's more physically talented than most of like the guards in the league. And you got to remember who his dad is, Ron Harper,
Ronnie Harper,
five-time champion. Before the knee injury, Ron Harper was
before the knee.
The
same part with Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody say. He was on par.
I think
before Michael
Knicks did a good job weathering the storm, right? So the problem is when you're up by 14, if you go 6 minutes without scoring, you could easily give that lead up. But with the Knicks, you're gonna get buckets. They're not gonna go that long without scoring. And when the offense seems to like fall apart a little bit, they rely on their stars, right? Jalen hits. He didn't have a great game. He didn't shoot the ball well. He hasn't shot the ball well in both games, but he's hitting those timely buckets. Mikal's hitting those timely buckets. Cat is doing everything. And I think from a defensive mindset, the fact that you have Cat that can one-on-one, you don't have to really help with Wemby. You know Wemby's going to kill you. But as long as the rest of the team doesn't kill you, what happened in game 1 in the first quarter, they were helping on Wemby, and guys in the corners were wide open.
Oh, man. Champagne was having champagne on their asses. Champagne was toasting he was toasting the fools.
Defensive challenge. Cat taking this defensive challenge and stepping up the way he has allows you to extend out to the perimeter, and you're taking away those wide open shots. So if they can continue to do that and not let anybody else kill you, like it's over.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I just want to say
because I just got a text from your man Joseph Hill, who said to me, he said, Nate, I'm ready to eat that plate of crow and green beans that you're serving up. I said, I'm not serving it up yet, Joe. It's in the oven. It's in the oven. The crow is in the oven.
It's almost time. I even went as far to say that the Knicks could possibly win it in 5 just the other day. But after seeing game 2, I still think there's some life in the Spurs. And I really do believe in Dylan Harper, and it's not because I'm a Clippers fan. Because if you know me, you know that what got me into the Clippers was really Ron Harper, kicking ass with Ron Harper in NBA Jam. So I'm a diehard, biased Harper fan. But, man, I don't know. Look, if they learn quickly and they but, man, as I'm saying it out loud, just the momentum the Knicks have, and if they do get into the swing of it shooting-wise, it is going to be tough. But, hey, I will say this. This is the greatest Knicks team that I've ever lived to see so far.
Thank you,
and
Ryan.
It's not even close. I'll admit
Ryan,
it is indeed the best.
Let me tell you what Charles Barkley said. He said if the Knicks finish this in 4, it will be one of the – he said, I can't say it's the greatest team I've ever seen. He said that. He said, but I can say this has been one of the greatest runs in postseason history in the NBA. And I can concur with that because the first greatest run was Golden State when they did 15 in a row, I think in 2016. So this will be an incredible run for New York. They need this. But we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, Dicky, we talking a little bit in the NFL. And you got to come back here when I'm serving up the crow to Ryan and Greg and my man Joe, because you can get 10 people on this platform, Ryan. There's no big deal. You can really do that. You can do that.
Happy to come back on and celebrate.
Okay, but don't go no place right now because we're going to talk about the Rams. And did they get a steal of Myles Garrett, or did Cleveland get a steal in that other guy? Because it just seems to me they swapped age. This is what's going on in the experience. Fox Sports Swap Betty, Ryan V down on the island all by his damn self. We'll be right back. Hey, folks, thanks for sticking around and hanging with us. This is what's going on in the experience. Ryan, tell the folks what other stations we're on and what other platforms. I know we're in Boston. Tell the folks what else they can hook us up with, catch up with us.
Yeah, big shouts to our friends at 98.1 FM in Boston. A lot of Patriots fans.
Yes.
Probably very excited that they were mentioned so often in the Epstein files, like Greg mentioned these Epstein files earlier. Red Sox, lucky win last night. Screw you guys. But yeah, shouts 98.1 FM. That's the big platform that we're really repping and shouting out. Yeah, big
I love
shouts
it. And you know I got a connection to Boston. My relatives lives in Boston. So Boston, thank you for being good to us because you've been very, very good to us. And speaking of very, very good, Dicky, did the Rams get fleeced by picking up Myles Garrett, or did Cleveland get fleeced by picking up what's that guy's name?
Jared Verse is his name.
Give me his background, Dicky. Give me Jared, because JC, he's gonna be a monster.
Jared Verse is a young, talented player. He doesn't have obviously the accolades that Myles Garrett has, being Myles Garrett's the defending defensive player of the year.
Yes.
But he's a young player. He's a beast. He's very physically talented. I believe he has 20 career sacks in the 2 years he's been in the league. So he's a little bit younger and he fits the team. The team's younger. Myles needed a fresh start after, such a dominating season last year, but such a letdown from like a win standpoint from the team. Yeah. So I think it's a good thing for both teams. I think the Rams are really chasing to get the most out of the last 2 years of Matthew Stafford and trying to go for a win now mentality. So Myles Garrett wants to win. I mean, I heard a rumor that Aaron Donald might be thinking about coming back.
That same rumor.
You put those two next to each other, and it's going to be a long day for any quarterback on the other side. So, I mean, I like the Jared Verse thing. It seems like he's got the right attitude to play in a place like Cleveland. He's self-motivated. He's got a little bit of a mean streak to him. You kind of need that as a defensive rusher. So I we'll see how it goes, but fleeced, I don't think so. I think it benefits both teams for where they're at.
Okay, cool. What about you, Rye Guy?
Look, the Rams are going to be amazing. I'm surprised that they traded Myles Garrett after signing an extension like that, a $40 million a year extension. But look, Cleveland can't ever do it right. And as evidenced by Dicky mentioning before we started the little controversy with the number 8 jersey, that's the big news in Cleveland, not about this great piece that they got, but it's coming here and bogarting the number 8 jersey.
Give me that.
Deboing the number 8 jersey from Dylan Gabriel. So, I mean, I looked up a little bit since you mentioned it, Rich, and you can't make it up. So if you could, what exactly happened? How did he end up doing this?
So they made the trade. Jared Verse is number 8. Dylan Gabriel's number 8. Dylan Gabriel right now on the depth charts, 3rd string, I think. Mm-hmm. He's on the cusp of even making the team. I mean, he's probably going to get traded or released.
You think they're releasing before they release Shador?
Shador is fighting for the starting spot. So he's getting first team reps right now. Him and Deshaun Watson seem to be having a little QB competition, which I think is a good thing. I mean, if Deshaun Watson can play like he did in Houston, I mean, the Cleveland
they say he's 80% right now, Dicky. They say he's 80.
He's had a lot of off-field issues and a lot of injury. So to come back from the injuries that he hasn't played a meaningful snap in over 2 years. So, but the Jared Verse thing, he came in, he wears number 8. Dylan Gabriel wears number 8. Dylan Gabriel, they asked him about it. Jared Verse just showed up day 1 in practice wearing number 8. He didn't have a conversation, didn't say, hey, this is my number. He walked in, put on a number 8, and it was like, it's my number. As Ryan said, he deboed it. And they asked Dylan Gabriel about it. He goes, I thought I would get paid or something for it. And then they asked Jared Verse for it. And he goes, I don't think I'll have to pay for it. And that's it. He's just wearing number 8 now. That's
I'll tackle
it.
you for it. I'll tackle you
both guys wearing 8.
Oh, that is the funniest thing, man. But, just another quick, and we said this before on other shows. We have a connection to the Browns, too. KC Concepcion is from Rochester. He moved down to North Carolina. I had a chance to coach his dad back in the day, Kevin. So that's our Rochester connection. And they say he's going to make that team as a wide receiver.
He's probably going to be their number 1. Very talented guy. Very talented guy. As long as he can not carry over the drops that he had in college.
In college, exactly.
He's going to be the most talented receiver on that roster. Definitely the number 1.
Oh, now the Cleveland return for this, do you look at it as worth it to trade a generational talent like Myles Garrett? Because let's just break it down here. The Browns got Jared Verse, a 2027 first round pick, a 2028 second round pick, and a 2029 third round pick. But there is a hidden clause that is the 2029 third round pick can become a first rounder if the Rams trade Garrett to an AFC North team, which I doubt they'll do before the 2029 draft. So, with that kind of a draw for a guy that's of that talent, is there a way to even win a trade like that, Dicky Braggs?
You definitely can't win that trade, even with the haul that they got back. You're assuming that first round pick is going to be in the high 20s, possibly 30, 32. So what kind of value are you really going to get for the best defensive player, reigning defensive player of the year? So it's always going to look like you're not getting the best deal on that trade, unless you're getting a Mikal Bridges type haul with five first round picks for Mikal seems right now is paying off for the Knicks. But,
everybody in Knicks said, glad you did it. Glad you did it.
Yeah, exactly. So the haul, everyone's going to complain about the haul, but you got a talented player in Jared Verse who's younger, who fits the youth of the Browns
and less money.
Build with that, and then a lot less money. Yeah,
he doesn't have an attitude issue or anything. Doesn't seem like a toxic person either.
Yeah, you got Deshaun Watson taking $68 million a year, so you gotta clean up that salary cap somehow.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they did. They had to move some money off of that cap. And Miles, you got to go, and it's okay. Speaking of got to go, we got to go too, man. We got to get up out of this bad boy. And Dicky, thank you. You got that damn
Thank you
Yankee
for
hat
having
on.
me. Always a
Come
pleasure.
on, you got that stinky hat on. But it's okay because 2/3 of Ryan's friends are Yankee fans anyway, so I'm not even upset at that either. If somebody comes in our space and is a Met fan, I am really surprised. I'm like, oh, really? I thought you was on an island with Ryan.
That's right. So 2/3, that's above average intelligence because it makes no sense to be a fan of the Mets if you're from New York. I'll never understand it. How a guy from the Bronx becomes a fan of the Mets. I just don't understand.
I know. That's
Clean
just
X
one
has
of
to be
life's
making
enigmas.
money over fist for the crying Mets fans.
Well, also, hang on. It's also a deeply racist franchise. I guess that technically has something to do with it, as Nate has brought up many
that's why I
times.
can't mess with the Stinkies, man.
Yeah,
Come
unfortunately.
on.
But at least
You
they have
know how I
beards
feel
now.
about the
We're a little bit more
Stinkies.
accepting of beards than.
Well, they better be accepting
Look,
of something, man. So
we're
hey, man,
working on it, all right? More than the Giants, at least. I'll say that much.
Hey, listen, man, we got to go. Dick, thank you so much, man, for hanging with us. We really appreciate you, man. You got to stop back by in our space and in our place. Ryan, you always do the good job getting those folks, man. And if Greg do come back on, sorry, kid, you're probably on the fourth hole right about now. That's it.
Oh, yeah, he's having a good old time.
He's having a ball with them pina coladas.
That's right, as he should be.
All
a
right.
tournament like that, the Lombardi tournament.
Until
Everybody, really quick,
week.
what's going on sports? Or I'm sorry, Fox Sports Radio, WGO.com. What's going on sports on all platforms? What's going on sports on our YouTube channel?
So there you go. No excuses. Until next week, Nate Brown Jr. Peace.